Yo, it's boy Marcus and Morsini back from the video. Today we are doing a financial breakdown and kind of a truth talk about the Dark Shepherd Mythic Draw, 2x CP, and an overall price breakdown of how much this really is. So enjoy this gameplay. I think this is a 40 bomb on Nuketown, almost legendary. Here we're going to cover the total amount of CP you'll spend, the dollar amount that goes alongside that amount of CP, and then we'll do the same thing for the 2x CP price, and then the dollar amount that will go along that, as well as how much I spent in terms of a total amount of CP to dollar ratio. That's what this is compared to, right? Because I spent a total amount of CP on this draw, and so I wrote that stuff down, and then how much it'll actually cost alongside that number that I spent in terms of CP, right? So I spent 38,000 CP, 38,160 to be exact. That's a ton of CP, right? So I started out at 28,823 after the draw, right? Just the draw to unlock the mythic, because I don't get it into the last draw. I don't have creator privilege or something where you get it early, or luck. I don't get that. I don't have that stuff. I have to buy the whole thing, right? And I anticipate that when buying a mythic. If you're going to buy one, I highly suggest you anticipate that as well. The odds of you getting it before then are very unlikely. It's literally rigged so that you can't. That being said, if you do get the mythic, whether it's a gun or a person before then, do not buy the rest of the draw. I'm telling you right now, do not buy it. I'm just saying. You may want the Asval legendary, don't buy it. It ain't worth it, dog. With that being said, here we go. So I started out at 28,823 in terms of total CP. After buying the entire draw, right, every single item in it, all the way down to the last one, which was my mythic, I went down to 10,823 CP. So that's a total of 18,000 CP just spent unlocking the mythic character itself, right? I then had to buy 7 draws of mythic coins before I ran out of CP, right? I went from 10,823 down to 743 CP. I bought them in sets of 10, and I did that because A, that's bulk buying. I guess maybe it's at a slight discount, and B, I knew I'm gonna have to buy a ton of them anyway. There's no point in buying it one at a time. It's kind of stupid, unless there was a way to know that like it's rigged to where if you did buy it one at a time, you magically get more mythic coins just on like a luck basis, right? Because the mythic coins itself are a whole different level of scam. You'll see if you watch my last video, that's why this is kind of the backbone to my last video, where I am literally getting nothing but 10 mythic coins every time instead of like the occasional like 60 or 80. Like I got 10 and 20 every time. I got 180, I got no 60s, and that was it. You know what I mean? So it literally was as expensive as humanly possible for me. Now, after I bought the 7 draws, right, I got down to 743 CP. I then had to get more CP, so I went up to 12,503. From there, I then bought 7 more draws, which brought me down to 2,423 CP, right? So that's a ton. Hey, if you don't understand that is a ton of CP. And then I bought 3 random draws on top of that without realizing that I had already earned the last one. So now I have a couple extra mythic coins. Doesn't matter, they're just going to sit in my inventory. It's not a big deal. So that's 143 total draws, which in terms of total CP bought, right, for the first 7 draws, it's about 10,080, right? So pretty much 10,000 flat, 10,080 to be exact. And then I had to buy another 10,080 in order to get enough mythic coins, which puts me at 20,160 for just the draws, right? So now you got to add up just the draw price with the mythic price, which puts me at 38,160 CP for the entire maxed out mythic Dark Shepherd. Now, that's insane. I just want to cover that's absolutely absurdly insane. If you don't grasp that concept, here's some more numbers for you. So for the XM4 Mythic, for the entire maxed out Mythic XM4 Luminescent Jade, I spent 26,250 CP. Right, so for this, I spent 12,000 more CP for this maxed out Mythic than I did for that one. 12,000 more CP is an absolute crap ton. And for an example, if you want to buy $100 worth of CP, it's 10,800. So 12,000 CP would be pretty much $125 worth of CP. A little less than that. You could probably do 115 to be exact. $115 worth of CP extra spent to get the maxed out Mythic, right? In terms of like another $115 more than maxing out an AR, right? Which is what the XM4 Luminescent Jade is. Now, if we go over here, we got a normal price and then a 2x CP price. So if you go in the store right now in COD Mobile, you'll see that the normal price of CP, and then you can also click on another tab that says the 2x CP prices, right? So your 2x CP prices are only available for another 8 days. So if you're going to buy CP, do it now, because once that goes away, you're going to have to spend the normal price, and it's not, they don't, you know what I mean? They try to give you the least amount of CP possible for your dollar. That's just how they do it. That's how they make more money. You know what I mean? It's a business at the end of the day. So if it makes money, it makes sense. And this is making a fucking killing. So here with the normal price, right? If you didn't do the 2x CP and you're just like, I want the Mythic, but I don't have any more CP. So now I got to use the basic version of CP, right? For $100, you get 10,800 CP. Well, our total amount is 38,160. So that means you're going to have to buy the $100 one 3 times. So that's $300. And then you're going to need another 5,000 CP, right? Because that's only about 32,400. 32,400 CP is $300 of CP. So that means that's not enough, right? That's 32,400 is less than 38,160. So you're going to need another 5,000 CP, which is another 50 buckaroos. And then you're going to need another 880 CP, which is going to be another $10. For a grand total of $360 to buy the Mythic Dark Shepherd and max it all the way out. That's a fucking shitload, right? I know for most people, right, we don't have what's called fuck you money. So we can't just throw away $360 and not give a fuck about it. We, $360 to most people is like, you know what I mean? That's my car payment. Like, it's actually almost my car payment. That's insane, right? That's fucking absurd. So with the 2x CP price, right, we got 16k CP, 8,000 CP, 4,000 CP, 1,600, 800, and 160, right? Those are the 2x CPs. And then the prices that go along with those, right? 16k is 100 on down, 50, 25, 10, 5, and 1. Right? But that's not enough. You're going to need more CP than that. So you're going to have to spend another 5,000 and then another 2,400 and then another 420 CP, which is another $50, $25, and $5 in just... because you can only buy the 2x CP one time. So you're going to need more, and you're going to have to go into the normal CP amount to pay for that. So that's going to put you at $271 for the 2x CP route. So that saves you about $89, give or take a dollar, I'm sure. So $360 to buy it the normal way, $271 to buy it with the 2x CP way. I hope this helps you guys financially plan for the absolutely insanely overpriced Mythic skins that are in COD Mobile and have been for a while. Obviously, you don't have to buy them, but they do look cool. Are they $360 cool? Absolutely fucking not. But yeah, I hope this helps explain it to you guys. And if you are interested in buying Mythics, keep this in mind. This is hopefully helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section down below. I'd be happy to answer them from the research that I've done. And I'll probably do the same thing for the guns as well, since those are also a big part of Call of Duty Mobile. Drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. It's been your boy Marcus Morcini. I'm out of here. Peace.